Yes, that is this. Yeah, today is another day. It's Friday and it's close to Shabbat. The next day begins when sun is setting. That is the new day. Here we have the end of the day, that is the darkness, that is the night, and it begins in the middle of the night. So I think that is a good... when it begins in darkness, it will end in sunset. So, thank you, my friends. Today, what to say? I just sit here and watching the river flow. That is a quote from Bob Dylan, sitting here and watch the river flow. That is a nice one, and sometimes we have to let the peace of mind dwell within. Many people doesn't have this peace of mind. Let me talk about peace of mind. Not that I am a professional on that. And maybe I have talked about it before. I have to Google that. No, that is a new one. So peace of mind, what can that be? When you are at peace within yourself. There are many ways to say such a thing, and we have different expressions, but to have peace of mind is shalom. It's the broadened peace, both within and that you have justified everything outside. That is the degree of peace that you can have, including peace with people, with God, with yourself, and everything like that. And the amount of stress doesn't conquer peace of mind if you can get that. You can excuse yourself, you don't have the time to have peace of mind. But you see, that peace of mind doesn't really take time. It's beyond the limitations of time. You may say that peace is me putting myself to a chair or a sofa or bed, which sleep will cover that kind of peace of mind. But that is quite a narrow perspective if you think that. Peace have a deeper sense to it, which I'm not going to go into today. I'm not prepared to that. But peace within is... Jesus said something that was about my peace. The world can't give. My kind of peace that you get, my water, you wouldn't get anywhere. So my peace is this kind of... you have peace through it all. I have examples on that Jesus slept in the boat. He was the peace, and the outsiders, they were worried. Peace is somewhat contrary to worry, fear, anxiety, and war. Peace is not absence of war. It's when you have accomplished something with yourself or with your brother or sister or friends that was unfinished business. In my case, many businesses is unfinished. But how can I get peace of mind? I don't say it in a so profound way that I don't mind what is not accomplished. Because those unaccomplished missions haven't been dealt with. But there is more to this than meets the eye. Because while there is unfinished business, making peace with your enemy. Israel is in such a state that they need peace of mind because they need to be prepared to sacrifice peace with their enemy. Now the enemy is demanding and demanding, and you feel on the personal level that the enemy you are striving with is demanding and demanding from you, and you have no degree of space to go. You have no more to give. You have no more patience to keep. So you are worn out, weared out, stressed. No one will be sitting in your place any time soon. You are the only one that feel this turmoil, this tormenting stress that can't let you in peace with yourself. I've sometimes been there. That you can't only focus on what is not unfinished business. The peace, I think, is accepting. At the same time, you want to do something with it, about it. You have at the same time accept that this isn't done in a minute. This is done maybe over time. Like Jacob and Esau. They had unfinished business. Esau was his brother, and Jacob, let me Google that word. He stole this, the right of the firstborn. Birthright. He stole his birthright for a soup of what is that? Lentil. Soup of lentil. That is the cheapest soup you can get. Wouldn't it be? The cheapest. Even the lentils, the soup of lentil, it is nutritious, it is very potent when it sprouts, but A soup of that may not do so good in any way. And Isaac, their father, let me Google it so I don't get it wrong. Yeah, it was this blessing that Isaac gave Jacob. He who held the heel of his brother and was named Jacob, due to maybe it was in his nature to not to lose the grip, not to miss out on the opportunities. So Esau asked his father, isn't the reason why he is called Jacob? So it was an ironic, bitter comment from Esau, and from that Jacob flee to his uncle, I think it was uncle, Laban, and yeah. So these boys never had peace within. So he or Esau was on the fight all the way. So to have peace of mind is accepting that day by day you have to walk in light. You have to walk in straight lines, so you don't lie, cheat your way up the ladder. So you don't misuse the opportunity to change your way. Every footstep should be about, how can I change my ways? How can I change the direction back home? How can I change? That should be my footsteps. In order to get peace of mind, you would say that doesn't make it peace of mind, that makes it even more struggling. If I always thought that it was my fault, it was me all along, yeah, in some way, but to get peace of mind is to come to agreement with yourself, with God, or whoever that is, that you need to find out a way to live with yourself, even those unfinished business is still alive. Because every footsteps of your day, every night and day, should be my way of coming to terms with myself. So I don't strive off to a different route, just to gain more and more power, gain more and more popularity, gain more and more richness and fame and all the rest. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about how could I come to this conclusion that I'm so righteous that I have nothing to accept, nothing to I think Jacob was in this kind of he was a cheat. He cheated his blessings without any honor. Without any honor. So it was in fact not Jacob that gave his father the soup of lens, but his brother that was in their need. He was on the brinks, and Jacob had this soup, bread and soup, and he was in desperation. So he said, "Can I get something of that bread and red, or whatever he said?" And yes, if you sell me your birthright. And he okayed that. And that was hard. That was a belittling the birthright of himself. So he said, what do I need my birthright if I'm going to die anyway? So that's a cynical way. So maybe Esau was the cynic and Jacob was a opportunist, a cheater. That was called when he had fought with God. And I think in my mind that this kind of trouble, this kind of to and fro, how do I change my way, was the path that Jacob had with himself in order to gain what he could get for free in the moment. Now he had to strive 20 years to get the wife of his heart. And he had to fight with himself to conquer his brother. So that night he fought with God, and he was named Israel. Because Israel, you need to be straightforward in order to be called Israel. And maybe the crooked Jacob was straightened out by that. And now he is one of the patriarchs of Israel. One of the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. The second born. So the cynical one hadn't any blessing out of that. He left out. But you see, to have peace of mind, let me put it up again because it's really a contemplation. People that doesn't appreciate to contemplate doesn't really know peace of mind. They may have in a small degree, very momentarily, peace of mind, which they may appreciate and take for granted because they have achieved it in a way. Because they can block things out as they see fit. Or they can say this, do that, in order to get it out of their mind. But you see, people are different. Some are quite different. And if you are a promised, if you have some kind of a promised degree, like Jacob was somewhat a promised son, or Isaac was the promised son. So you have to undergo sacrifices. Isaac was sacrificed by his father. And Jacob was in a way sacrificed by his brother. Or God, he took care of Jacob in a way that Esau, his heart was melted because Jacob reached out to his brother when the time was there. He reached out to his brother. And It happens. Not only did he reach out to his brother, he melted his heart. The messages that was sent in advance with gifts, with sheep and gifts of all kinds, was the message that Jacob needed to get rid of his richness, his fortune, what he had strived for. All the goods that material goods he may have been very proud of, sent it away to his brother. Kind of a pride you have in yourself, send it away. It's the blessing you will get when you send your blessings, your pride away. You will be a blessing to all the people around. If you sacrifice your time, if you value the peace of mind in such a degree that only the relationship with your brother, your friends, is the highest of importance. Anything can pass by without any big issues, no worries. It is taken care of anyway. Sometimes we need to devaluate what we are proud of having achieved. So, are you proud, my friend, of what you have achieved? Said to someone way back that I feel so fortunate that the loan I had on this house is all paid for. It's just fortunate. And he went on saying that he was a hard-working man that have achieved so much. Sometimes that kind of proudness, which I didn't even reflect so much that I have achieved. No one have told me that you have achieved something. No one. I have told myself what I have achieved. And I tell someone in my own naivety that I'm proud of myself, I'm happy, and I have achieved this, achieved that. I'm so happy. I'm like Joseph that have these dreams that is coming through. Everybody is coming to him, and that is that we are different. Of course we are different, and I take that very seriously into this talk, because it is good reasons why people should and have to be proud of what they have achieved. And I think regarding men, we are more proud and think more ourselves. If anyone would compete with me, I am the best. I am the most smart. I am the brightest. I'm this. I'm that. I think we generally. I'm talking, of course, by myself, but sometimes we have to let go. Let other people in, because everyone likes to talk about themselves, and if you take so much place and you don't give anyone any space, I'm like that because I'm a very, very immediate, very spontaneous, happy man. So, what you haven't already succeeded of business been done, you have to wait. That waiting takes time, and that time is very important that you use in order to contemplate over how can I get peace of mind while this is going on. I should be troubled, I should be worried, I should be in desperation. Maybe my brother have some soup that I can have some food. Maybe he's making this just for me, just in order for us to have a nice company. Then you see that your brother is taking really advantage of that situation. What a joke of a brother that was, Jacob. He took advantage. And even to his brother, he sold. And maybe, as I have been talking lately about time, maybe for you, giving people time is your sacrifice. You look at your timetable and you put appointments in, and everybody have to follow that. Have you ever reflected on that, my friend? Have you reflected over that it's only how you can manage it, not appreciating that they will? Even though you are a businessman or busy man, it can be both. You don't need to be so proud. Say what time you can give and let it be. Don't make it a hard business. So, my friends, Shabbat is a 2-day street in the Jewish order. It's 1.5 or 2 days street. So the better time we have to just mind that kind of business. People are tired today, I know. They say that I don't want to go into problems, I don't want to go into conflicts, but are you a coward, my friend? Are you just a lazy bastard that can't take responsibility in any way? If you think that issues regarding them isn't all about you or something about you, you should be respectful. You should be honoring the trouble and the situation people are in order to take those issues seriously. You can't just push it away because you are tired. There are other people involved. In a marriage, you have this, we need to talk now. Yeah, but do you have some decency to respect what is suitable for me? For the other one? When to talk? Just say your issues. Don't give it. Don't make it a big, worrisome that we need to fear something. Be in peace. Say what you have to say and go with that. Because either it's relevant or not. Everybody should pay attention when there is a matter involved. So that is today's message. Peace of mind. Jacob and Esau. I could talk very much about this issue because it's a needed issue to be reminded of. And I don't think I have justified it or done it right. But today it's Shabbat and we should mind other businesses too. So I wish you all the best and Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.